There's the main star attraction, the newest member of the MRSR Railroad, number 70. They did a test run on it. It said it runs great. Fantastic, they said. Is a Baldwin Locomotive Works, Philadelphia, 1922. April of 1992. Eventually, sometime, sorry about that, folks, I had to move my truck. Just go check this out in the cab. God, they did a nice job on this thing. Really nice job. Eventually, they're going to be doing a locomotive dedication for number 70. I think they're going to do that in downtown Tacoma. Neat. They did a nice job on this thing. Number 70 is the pride of the MRSR Railroad. Oh gosh, people, I was in the boiler of number 17 using a needle pointer, air-driven needle pointer to get all the gunk and crap out in the boiler. God, that was a messy job. And this is going to be the new paint scheme of the MRSR Railroad, representing the Milwaukee Road Hiawatha. Eventually, that caboose is going to have a Milwaukee Road symbol emblem on where the bay window is at. So they did a nice job.
Well, we can have some cars that are doing something like that now.
Yeah, number 17 is getting overhauled again. I was just in there in that boiler. And we got pretty interesting rolling stock. And probably people you already know, this is ex-Alaska Railroad troop car. You can tell the rivet side panels where the windows are at. And this is number 481. This worked for Car Grill and is an ex-Bullitt Northern NW2. Itself is almost related to a SW1200 switcher. This is a 262 Baldwin number 45. It worked for the Ryanair Incorporated. So we can't refurbish it because it has a big hole in the the smoke box. This engine was in Holcomb. Badly bad shape. And we got a couple outgoes. And this is 7012 Northern Pacific F9. The only F9s painted in the Northern Pacific paint scheme. And this also was painted in the BN paint scheme. Brian the manager, his father owns this F9. And it's got an operating Mars light on it. And this F9's been in the movie Wild Thing. Or I think it's Born to Be Wild or something like that. I don't know which movie, Seppi. And it's a running condition F9. And these are the other two of the coaches. These are ex-SP commuter coaches from the San Francisco Bay Area. It did was in the movie of The Emperor of the North, Oregon Pacific and Eastern. And this baggage cars pit in the Milwaukee Road Hiawatha paint scheme. And this was an ex-Via Rail. Now it's a concession car and gift shop. Yeah, it used to have 2 or 3 generators inside of this baggage car. And I remember that was a hassle getting them out of there. So they did a nice job on it. And this good old number 5. And this was running around. This was a number 5 has been refurbished around 1983, the year I was born, December 17th, 1983. This engine was fully restored and has been running ever since on the SCENIC Railroad. I remember when I came was old enough to volunteer up here. That was back in 1998. And number 5. Oh, I fell in love with number 5 when I first seen it. And this is a 282 Mikado Porter. I don't know when they're gonna. We just don't know when number 5 is not gonna be operating condition again. We just don't know. So this is the Clopen. This is the other British Columbia Railway's coach been converted to outside car with a roof, and it's also fitting the Milwaukee Road Hiawatha paint scheme. Go check the out, Joe. And this is number 42. And it worked for the United States Army. It's an Alco S1. And it's getting repainted. We just don't know what paint scheme is going to be in. So there's the road name. Oh, I never knew that. See the original number on there, so it's 7424. Alright. And this wooden boxcar is a troop car or a camp car. This was set down there in LB. This is the new Reliance observation car. It was an ex-Alaska Railroad business car. And eventually this is gonna be repainted soon. The whole thing is being refurbished. And Jones, when she came along, the manager, she completely wrecked this observation car. Instead of using wood, she used particle board, and she just nailed the boards on there, and during the moisture got in and made ripples all the way down and back of the observation car, so she completely ruined it. So probably eventually this is gonna be painted in the Milwaukee Road Hiawatha paint scheme. I think that's my guess. So, there you go. And there's the number 10 3-truck Climax. This worked for the Hillcrest Lumber Company in Vancouver Island. And a sister locomotive, sister 2-truck Climax number 9. This was the first locomotive. Jack Anderson, our first manager, is no longer with us anymore. He passed away, and this was his favorite locomotive because he's the only one who got to fit around with this locomotive, this Climax, 3-truck Climax. And this is Pickering Lumber Corp number 11, a 3-truck Shay. And I don't think number 11 is out of commission. It needs that. Eventually, it's going to be overhauled again. We just don't know when. So this is a Lima Locomotive Works, incorporated in 1929. And it has a superheater. Number 11, number 10, and number 91 was the main star attraction for the special occasions. West Fork Logging Company, number 91. There was a other 3-truck Heisler had a number 91 that worked for the Murray Corp logging operations. Murray Pacific Corporation. They had a 3-truck Heisler during the logging days, number 91. So originally, this never was numbered as 91. It was 102. And this came from a logging company in Oregon. And that's where it worked for. So, yep. And this is our other edition. We're Lima number 2. I drove this with Lima number 2 when it did the locomotive dedication at Mineral Lake. So the throttle was kind of touchy, so I got used to it. Oh, it was fun. And this came from Port Orchard. And the guy, I forgot what his name, except he saved it from getting scrapped from the Rainier Incorporated. Rainier Incorporated was gonna scrap it. So that guy saved it. And it's been in the barn for 40 years until he donated to the Mountaineer Scenic Railroad to get it fully restored. And yeah. It's pretty neat. And Lima number 2 is not alone, because number 70 did work for the Rainier Incorporated, and that's a Mikado, is a Baldwin. So Lima number 2 is not alone. Probably some of you people probably will like to have this. It's a rail bike in a standard gauge. I rode this once. Well, yeah. I run it once. Back and forth on the shop tracks. And now it has a dent in one of on the wheels, so they can't be used. So this rail bike is an antique. And certain people can make their own rail bikes, and that's what's my plan. Make one for my own. Well guys, that's it for the tour. I'll show you every locomotive we have. And just keep your ears peeled and keep a good lookout on our Mountaineer Scenic Railroad webpage, because they're going to be doing the locomotive dedication for number 70 in May. We're going to be in Tacoma. So just let you know. Just go on their webpage. It's www.mrsr.com. They will have the info on their webpage. Thank you for being here with me.